guys, this is Hans from the Eclectic Podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at Machine Robo, Revenge of Kronos, Eagle Robo. This is from Action Toys. This is kind of a masterpiece line of GoBots, and for those of you who may not be familiar with GoBots, it was kind of the cheesy version of Transformers. It was like the Kmart version of Transformers. When I was a kid, this would be what was referred to as Leader 1. I had him, I had Cykill, I had Scooter, I had a few different ones when I was a child, and I played with them. I liked GoBots just as much as I liked Transformers, although Transformers was a lot cooler. So, anyways, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the packaging real quick. Top of the box, Eagle Robo. Side shows Eagle Robo in bot mode. On the back, it just shows him in jet mode. Opposite side, jet mode. And then at the bottom is just the warnings. Let's go ahead and open this guy up and take a look at what's inside. Alright guys, here he is out of the package. Real quick, we'll go over everything that he comes with. So we have a color instruction booklet kind of on how to transform him. Fairly simple. There's a lot of tabbing and stuff like that. It gets a little, I wouldn't say complicated, but it gets a little bit nerve-wracking kind of in the chest area. But we'll go in that during transformation. It also comes with an additional warning type thing on how to transform him properly to not damage him. So you do get that also. You also do get his weapon, which doubles as his weapons in alt mode also. And we'll go through that once we get him into alt mode. But pretty cool. Kind of a genius little idea. And then one of the things that I think is cool is you get this kind of like base, this stand, and it's included with the figure. And I guess all these Machine Robos will come with these stands, and I guess they're all identical. But we'll go into that also here in a little bit, just into a little bit more detail. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure. He's got die cast throughout his body in different areas, which does a really good job of giving him some heft and some weight. Head is on like a ball type peg. You got nice kind of gray paint here with offsetting this gray plastic, black die cast here in the waist, little red dot, gray plastic right here in the hip area in the waist, gray on the legs. You have die cast feet down here that turn into his thrusters. Arms. Got some nice little black details going on in here. Overall, I mean, it's got a pretty cool paint job. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the head sculpt real quick. Okay, head sculpt is a little bit different than I was expecting with this figure. He doesn't quite look like Leader 1. I mean, I guess it gets the job done. But he's got those really nice yellow plastic visors kind of built into him. He's got really nice silver paint, and then with that red stripe. But, I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. The head sculpt itself looks very nice. Just not exactly what I was hoping for Leader 1. But I think it still fits the bill. Gets the job done. You know who it is, at least I do. Those of us from the 80s probably really recognize him pretty easily. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, it is on a ball joint. It does give you a good amount of articulation. You can emote it because you can get the side-to-side action with it. Bunch of different stuff with it, so nice articulation on the head. Looks nice. Really good job on the paint apps. As for articulation on the figure, arms are on ball joints. Go full 360 around. You do have you're kind of limited in the movement, outward movement right here with this section up here, and then it kind of catches up on this hinge up here where the shoulder actually connects. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have that. Elbows, double hinged elbow, gets you all the way up. Good range on that. Hands do rotate. You do have some pivot action going on in there. You can't really get much in left and right, but you can pivot it up and down. So, but that's mainly due to transformation. Hands are just kind of stuck in a grip. You do have a waist swivel. Down here on the legs, ball joints, gets you pretty good range. Goes back about that far, forward about that far, and basically what happens is he just gets caught up in his waist section up there. They can go out to about there. You do have a little bit of a swivel just right there at the ball joint. The knees are kind of tough to articulate on their own. You can get to about there with its own. If you want to cheat it, you can open this up and get it even further. Well, maybe not. No, that's as far as it goes. So I mean, that'll get you a pretty good range. The knees are kind of awkward just because of the double hinge that they're on. Kind of reminds me of Blue Streak. Your foot is on a ball peg, so you do get some side-to-side action there. You can get tilt also, so you do have a good range of motion there as well. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at his gun. His gun, basically, and like I said, it is his weapons in his alt mode also, but it's kind of genius because what you've got is you've got this split peg right here, and then you got this little notch along the back that plugs into this notch on the forearm. Kind of just get it all lined up, put it in, and he holds it super secure. No chance of him losing that at all. So that's actually a really cool way that they did that. I actually really appreciate that. Let's check out his stand that he comes with. So there's a few different configurations you can do. You get 2 of these base plates. You get 4 of these piston type armatures, or I guess triangular pieces. Comes with this here. You can use this to store these little things depending on what you're going to do with it. And then you get these 2 bars to create an articulating arm. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this here. This piece here is what allows it to actually hook up to the figure. Now on the back of the figure, back here on the back of the crotch butt area, you've got that triangular kind of piece and then that little notch. And that'll plug directly into this piece here. Get that out of here. Rotate this around. There, you can kind of articulate him like he's flying, and the stand will hold him up. And you have a few different options depending on what you want to do with this thing. There's a bunch of different ways you can connect it. And the more of the Machine Robos that you get, the bigger this sets will be, because they're all identical and they're all made to interlock with each other. This, where it's just kind of a stand for him to stand in. So like I said, you do have a bunch of different options with them depending on how you want to set it up, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and let's take him through transformation. First thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and let's unpeg this guy. Get the gun out of the way. You want to start off with the upper body first. There's a lot of pinning and stuff like that that has got to be done up here first. So we'll start off up here with the arms. You can condense those shoulder pylons in, or shoulder pads, whatever you want to call them. Pull this out, rotate this around. It's just pegged in there. So we'll do the same thing on this side. Close that up. Take this, pull it out, rotate it around, open this up. Get the hand straight. What you want to do is on the inside here, there's that little piece that sticks out. His hand slides over, almost kind of grips it, but you're not going to close this back up. You're just going to leave the arm open like that. Then you want to rotate that bicep And on the inside of the bicep here, you've got this little tab. And then on the inside of this flap that you just rotated down, there's a notch for that tab. Kind of work that up and plug that in. Now we'll do the same thing on this side. Open up that panel. Rotate the hand in. Leave it open. Rotate that bicep around. Bring that up. Fit it into that notch. Go ahead and take this and extend it down just to kind of get it out of the way. This chest section actually moves forward and back. Get that all kind of untabbed there. And what happens here is this on the back actually tabs into the shoulders up here and kind of pins it all together. So just get that kind of freed up. Let's go ahead and let's finish condensing in these arms. Now that we have those untabbed, what you're going to do is you're going to work this shoulder up. Bring this down, kind of back behind itself, and just work this kind of all in there. Make sure that that waist section is flattened. Do the same thing here. Get that all kind of worked in. And there's a bunch of tabs that this is going to work itself into. But you'll see it kind of condense in. Same thing on this side, work it up. Work that kind of back in there. And it can be kind of frustrating, but you want to be careful with it. Go ahead and get the cockpit section. You want to work this through, work it all the way up, and take the head. Tilt it back. Oh, you want to rotate the head too. Don't let me forget about that. And I always have a hard time getting the head back out. Just come back up in here. Boop. Make sure that pegs together. Come back to this section here. All we're going to do is take these parts that were up in the shoulder and just kind of flatten them all out. There's little tabs for them to plug into. And it just helps make this jet look a lot cleaner underneath. You don't get a lot of bot bits hanging out. Alright, we can go ahead and start with the legs. Go ahead and close up the exhaust ports with the thruster vectors. Fold out the wings. And then you have the accordion style on the legs. Start working those up. Same thing on this side. Tab right there, notch on the other side of the leg. Work those together. There's tabs right here kind of on the wing. Just want to work all this stuff together. Take these stabilizer wings at the back, just rotate them up. To finish it off, what we need to do is go ahead and get his guns in here. You do have landing gear, so I'll show you that real quick. Back here on the back of the leg, you can flip this out. Same thing on this side. Then up here, let's go ahead and grab his weapon here. You want to pull these two top pieces off. This one already came off on that side. Separate these here in the middle. Come to the underside here, and you've got these two little halves that make up the gun. And then if you look right here, you've got that little half circle right below that screw. You want to take this, match up that half circle, get that lined up, and just push that in. Same thing on this side. Line it up, push it in. For some reason this side is a lot harder to get in than on this side. I don't know why, but so it is. On these missile packs, you've got this little tab here, and then you got those notches right there. And there he is, all transformed. He looks pretty good. I think it's a pretty cool looking little bot. Like I said, for me it's a big nostalgia trip for it to be Leader 1. GoBots were pretty cool when I was a kid. They weren't the best. They weren't Transformers, but they were still pretty damn cool. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at his stand with him on it. Okay, we've got the stand all assembled here. Let's go ahead and let's get him mounted. Let's just go ahead and take this off. Take this, and you're still going to use the same notches that you already had on him. Just plug that in there. And there he is, flying on his stand. Which is, I mean, that is such an awesome display piece that they include that with this. I highly recommend it. I think if you were any type of a GoBots fan as a kid, I think this is definitely worth the money. Well worth the pickup. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Peace out, and we will talk to you soon. Bye. What makes this podcast unique?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan, 130 the Eclectic Podcast, just coming at you right now. Let you know we'll be on into YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on back now. Be the third subscriber. You get absolutely nothing. Thank you so much. And please listen to the Eclectic Podcast because we are amazeballs.
Yeah, we're probably not quoting Mel Gibson ever again.
If you want to listen to lizard people or hear all about lizard people, lizard people, let them go, lizard people.